Okay, so I'm back for another review. This time I hunted down one of my Grail figures and ended up getting it. So what I've got here is the new Kingdom Leader class Galvatron. And he is stunning. He truly is stunning. Now this is how I display him. I use the blast effect from Blowpipe, because it's the only one that has the burst effect that actually suits the cannon. So that's how I display him at the moment, is as the cannon. He does have a little mini rear leg, which is the robot mode feat. Now, unfortunately, my version is one of the faulty ones that they produced because, well, I say faulty, they built them wrong. The shoulder mount has been put upside down, so the shoulders and entire arm sits a lot lower than it's supposed to. Now, it doesn't affect anything other than it raises the barrel by about an inch when it's a cannon. That is the only effect that it has, because as you see, between the shoulder and this piece, there's a gap. They are meant to be practically touching, and yet I can put my finger between them. That is the only difference. So people moan about it, but in reality, it does nothing. So I'll just take off the blast effect and the accessories that he's got, so you can have a better look at them. So first up is Galvatron himself. Yes, it's a bit hollow, but that's needed for transformation. You get that massive barrel, and it is translucent. You can see through it, but it has got paint applications here, just to break up the translucent bit, which I love. There's a lot of moulded detail in these bits, if you can get in close. I don't know if you'll be able to. Yeah, you can just about see it. You do get battle damage though on the chest plate. I have heard that people don't like it, but personally it doesn't bother me. He is on wheels. He's got 4 wheels. So you've got 2 up on the treads up here, and you've got another 2 here. So I'll just put him down to the side. So the accessories you get these. Now these are meant to be guns, but you can clearly see they're not, because they look like the ship he was given by Unicron. But they do have a mode. You can clip them together, and they call that a railgun. I mean, it works, but personally I don't like it. He also does come with the Matrix on a chain. That is his main accessory pretty much, other than the 2 guns, which I don't particularly care for. So here's Galvatron again, and I think I will start the transformation. So all you do is take off the barrel, which just pegs in, take off the other half of the cannon, and now you want to just fold everything away first, so straighten the leg up. And this is where it starts getting fiddly, because you want to get these bits separated, and then you can untab the side of the body so that it just flares up like so. Now you want to get the back piece here, and it just lifts. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but I have just separated it and straightened the legs down. So you want to get this entire section up and out the way, and if you can get it correctly, you can split it open, and there's his head, which you want to bring up. If you can get it all the way, it should tab into place, like so. Then you just bring down the back section, and you want to get that piece up, and it'll just sit there, like so. So that is his back done. The legs are straight and practically done. I just need to straighten them up. So you want to get these two grey pieces, which just fold round and sit there. They become his leg skirts. So you want to come up to the body and just push this up, and it tabs into a tab hole just in there. So there's one. Same again. So you go 2. And then you want to bring these down, because there's a tab hole there with a tab just up here. So it's that one and that one. Then you straighten up the shoulder stacks. It's just a case of lining up the bottom of them so they're basically straight against the curve at the top of the chest. So the line at the front is straight together, basically. It's the only way I can describe it. Now, as per the instructions say, they want you to fold the tread back, and there is a peg on the tread that goes into the hole at the back of the shoulder. But there's a catch if you do that. It affects articulation, which I will show you now. So all you get for articulation at the moment, if it's pegged in, is the wrist can rotate, and you can get that a full 360 degrees. You get double jointed elbow, and the shoulder can move. That is the only articulation you get if that's pegged in. Unpeg it though, and you get bicep swivel. So it's up to you where you want it to be. Personally, I don't peg it in because I like that extra little bit of movement. Oh, and be careful when transforming him, because you can untap the body like I just have. And again. I think that's possibly a small issue on mine, but yeah, I'll have to see about fixing that. Oh well. So I'll just try and... There we go, that's got it. It didn't peg in properly. That is not going anywhere now. So yeah, it was just an issue. It wasn't tabbing, but I've just fixed it. You just have to pull it forward, push it in, push it back, and it locks. It just hadn't engaged. Right, so the last step is the legs. So you just want to crack them apart, and these pieces here will just fold out, fold round, and there's a tab in the middle where you just lock it in, and it basically keeps that tripod leg for the cannon mode in place. And then you just want to come underneath, and he has little heel spurs that pop out. Now he's a stunning little figure. I've just got to build the cannon, so I've just got to put him down for a sec. So you just want to tab them together. You can have it any way you want. And then you have 2 ports on each arm that you can tab them to. Personally, I'd go for the bottom one on the lower arm, but because that one's raised, it doesn't tab in if the arm's straight. You have to bend the arm. So if I want the arm straight, I always use the top one. And it has got a groove. So what you do is you bend the arm first to get it in to the groove, and then you can just lower the arm down. And that is Galvatron. Now he's a stunning little figure. He is leader class, so he does cost a bit. Everything folds away cleanly. There's no extra kibble. But I have noticed, and some people won't like this, he doesn't have a flight stand port like other figures do. They've scrapped it for this guy. Because most figures like Optimus had one, which was a bit odd. I believe Bumblebee has one. Starscream has one. Even Soundwave has one. But Galvatron doesn't. Which I'm a bit disappointed by, because I wanted to have him as if he was floating around in space on a flight stand. but unfortunately you can't do it. Anyway, so accessories, you get his Matrix on a pendant chain, and all you do is just put it over his head and drop it down. It doesn't attach to anything. It just sits there, but it looks awesome. And if you get Hot Rod, you can indeed put the Matrix effect on his Matrix, because they are the same piece. They just repainted it for Galvatron. So that's the thing you can do if you want to do it. And I'll just have him stood there. He does have ankle tilt, although due to transformation it doesn't work very well because it can't move far. So I'm just getting his railgun so I can show you the railgun and how it looks. So there you go. That's his railgun. And I have noticed if you get this blast effect, you can actually have it in the end of this. If you line up the... Okay, I didn't want to do that. It doesn't tab together very well, I have noticed. So I don't normally use the guns. But they have a storage. They actually go to these two prongs here. Now it says to use this here to attach them. But I don't personally like that because then you see them over his shoulder. Yeah, that's a bit high. So personally, I use, if I can turn it around, this little notch here. Now I'll tab this one in here, and you can see the difference. That is hardly noticeable. That's what the instructions want you to do. That's my little mod. It looks so much better, and it tabs in a lot more securely too. So that is Kingdom Wolf Cybertron Galvatron. I would do a size comparison, but unfortunately I don't have any other figures to hand. But he is a good figure. He's proper leader class size for once. And he, well, to put it into perspective, he's the same size as Ultra Magnus. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back with more reviews some other time. Thank you.